Hey guys, welcome to my channel Elite Wrestling World. My name is GhostSaad. Thank you guys for joining me right here on AEW Dynamite post-show review. Dynamite was a very good show tonight. We are building towards Grand Slam Australia pay-per-view, which is going to be a fantastic event. We start off with Buddy Matthews versus Will Ospreay. Matthews with an arm wringer. Ospreay shoots him off, shoulder block. Front kick, back to the headlock. Matthews with kicks, drop a knee across his throat, cover for two. Oscutter blocked and Buddy shoves him off. Will recovers. Oscutter off the barricade and they're both down. Matthews beats the count only to get a coast-to-coast from Ospreay. Will absorbs a rising knee to hit Hidden Blade. Still Matthews won't stay down. Inverted go to sleep, Blackout connects but Ospreay kicks out. Float over, styles clash, not enough, Will lines him up as he stumbles and gasps. Will Ospreay wins by pinfall with Hidden Blade. Post-match, Ospreay gets on the microphone and asks to give Buddy a hand. He says he's wrestled him and he's wrestled Brody and neither of them need to be following a leader and he thinks he can win singles gold. And if he ever needs a man in his corner, he's his guy. Private Party make their entrance, enter Hurt Syndicate. Private Party let them in and MVP says they like to party. Bobby Lashley adds a toast to the Hurt Syndicate taking the tag titles. Next is Bobby Lashley versus Mark Briscoe. Lashley takes Briscoe into the corner and breaks with a pat on his chest. Redneck Kung Fu in effect, Briscoe lighting him up with punches. Briscoe claws his face and bites him before throwing him into the post. Back inside, Froggy Bow, Lashley kicks out at one. Lashley sidesteps and hits the spear, drawing Mark up, spine buster. Bobby Lashley wins submission with the Hurt Lock. Post-match, the Hurt Syndicate attacks but Private Party make the save. Next is Casino Gauntlet match, Jay White and Hangman Adam Page to start. Trading chops, Switchblade slips out, reverses, small package for two. Blade Runner denied, slip out of Deadeye, Wheeler Yuta is out third. Blade Runner connects on Yuta, diving lariat cuts Wheeler off. Ricochet is out fourth, do Swerve's music. Ricochet lands a springboard elbow on Page. Yuta and Ricochet both get back body drop to the floor. Adam Cole is out fifth, Cole throwing super kicks at everybody. Daniel Garcia is out sixth. Garcia and Cole trade elbows in the middle of the ring. Yuta and Ricochet briefly team. Powerhouse Hobbs is out seventh. Hobbs chucks Ricochet out of the ring and starts throwing dudes around. Roderick Strong is out eighth. Strong and hot until Ricochet cuts him off. Sick kick on Powerhouse. Lance Archer is out ninth. Archer cutting a path of chokeslams. Archer hits a boss man slam, but Hobbs isn't moved. Kyle O'Reilly is out 10th. Kyle and Roddy teaming up to clean house. Jeff Jarrett is out 11th. Undisputed Kingdom get bowled over by Hobbs. Archer clobbers him with a boot and an elbow, but Will comes back and clotheslines him to the floor. Spine buster on Kyle. Powerhouse Hobbs wins by pinfall with a spinning spine buster on Kyle O'Reilly. Post-match, Hobbs is interviewed and says he's gonna make Jon Moxley his. Jeff Jarrett is interviewed briefly and JF interrupts. He talks up Jarrett's achievements and says he did some digging and found out his contract is for only one more year. But he's here to offer his help to make Jeff champion of the world. He extends his hand and Jarrett says MJF was indeed the longest reigning AEW World Champion, but he's still too young to understand. He calls Max a one-hit wonder and says he knows the road he has to go down. It comes down to this, he doesn't need Max, and he ain't buying, you entitled. Adam Copeland makes his entrance. He calls John out and recaps his trail of destruction, from Bryan to Darby to FTR. He's a different man who fought Malachi in a barbed wire cage, broke his leg, got up and won that match. Enter Death Riders, consisting of Moxley, Claudio, Wheeler Yuta, ambling through the crowd and have to get to them first. John putting boots to Adam, but Copeland cuts him. Marina and Pac appears and that numbers game. Bulldog choke saps the life out of Copeland. Moxley gets a plastic bag out. Powerhouse Hobbs makes the save. Next is Kris Statlander versus Toni Storm versus Willow. Winner gets #1 entry in next week's women's Casino Gauntlet match. Toni with a waist lock. Statlander backing, somersault sending comes up empty, trading near falls. Kris Stat blocks a sunset flip. Willow looking for the Dr. Bomb. Storm counters with a jawbreaker. Kris Statlander wins by pinfall with Wednesday Night Fever on Toni Storm, earning #1 entry in Casino Gauntlet match. It's the return of the Cleaner, the god of pro wrestling. Kenny Omega makes his entrance. He acknowledges the chance. The past year has been a roller coaster ride. The doctor told him he'd be lucky to return to his normal life, let alone return to be the Kenny Omega he used to be. So, being a professional wrestler, you push things too hard, and he had to ask if it was even worth it. But when he thought about it, he's not showing us that Kenny Omega can be the best, he isn't living. So even though he might not be the same guy, this new version of Kenny Omega can still prove that he is the best. Don Callis comes out. Fletcher, Brian Cage and Archer hit the ring and attack Kenny. Will Ospreay makes the save. The Callis family run off. Omega and Ospreay square up. That's the show, folks. Please guys, like and share this video, subscribe to my channel and keep watching Elite Wrestling World.